Have you ever faced a problem so big, so impossible, that you did not even know where to start? A problem that is like a wall so high, you could not climb it. And so thick, you could not break through it. Well, that is exactly what the people of Israel faced when they stood before the massive walls of Jericho. But what happened next was not just a military victory. It was a story of faith, obedience, and a miracle only God could pull off. Let us take a deep dive into one of the most powerful and unusual battle stories in the Bible. The fall of Jericho. The story begins with a promise. Long before there were walls to knock down, God made a promise to a man named Abraham that his descendants would have a land of their own. A land flowing with milk and honey. The promised land. Fast forward hundreds of years. The Israelites had been slaves in Egypt, then wandered in the wilderness for 40 years after leaving. Now, under the leadership of a man named Joshua, they were finally ready to claim that promise. But there was one big problem. Jericho. Jericho was not just any city. It was a heavily fortified city with massive stone walls, known for being impossible to invade. The people of Jericho were warriors. Their defenses were legendary. And for Joshua and the Israelites, who were not professional soldiers, this was their first battle in the new land. No one would blame them for being scared. Now, if you were in Joshua's shoes, what would you do? Set up catapults? Build ladders? Try to scale the wall? God had a different plan. And it sounded strange. God told Joshua, march around the city once a day for 6 days. Take the priests with trumpets. Carry the Ark of the Covenant, that sacred box that represents my presence. But do not say a word. Then on the 7th day, they were to march 7 times, blow the trumpets, and then shout. That is it. No weapons. No fighting. No strategy meetings. Just walking. Trumpets. And shouting. Sounds crazy, right? But Joshua did not argue. He had seen God part the Red Sea. He had seen manna fall from heaven. He had seen miracles before. So he trusted and obeyed. On the first day the people of Israelite got up, ready for battle, and all they did is march around the wall in silence. No talking. Just the sound of footsteps and trumpets. Day 2. Same thing. Walk. Blow the trumpet. Go home. People inside Jericho were probably watching from the wall, confused. Maybe even mocking them. That is your attack plan. Day 3. Still no change. Just walking. Still no cracks in the wall. Day 4. The silence is loud now. Doubts probably creeping in. Why are we doing this? Day 5. Nothing. Day 6. Still no sign of progress. But they kept going. They obeyed. Then came day 7. This time, they marched not once, but 7 times. 1 lap. 2 laps. 3 laps. Still silent. 4. 5. 6. And on the 7th lap, everything changed. The priests blew their trumpets. Joshua shouted, "Shout! For the Lord has given you the city." And the people let out a roar, a full shout of faith and obedience. And then a crash happened. The walls, those mighty, ancient, thick, impossible walls, has collapsed. Just like that. The Israelites rushed in and took the city. Just as God said. Now pause for a moment. This story is not just about ancient battles or fallen walls. It is a message for you and me. Here are 5 powerful lessons from Jericho. 1. Faith is not always logical. God's instructions may seem strange, but His ways are higher than ours. 2. Obedience matters. The Israelites did not argue. They obeyed every day even when it did not make sense. 3. Breakthrough often comes after persistence. What if they gave up on day 6? What if they stopped short? Sometimes your miracle is right around the corner, just keep going. 4. God fights our battles. The Israelites did not knock down the walls, God did. We are not called to fight alone, but to trust the one who goes before us. 5. Your past does not disqualify you. Rahab's story reminds us, no one is too far gone. Faith is what God sees. So what walls are you facing today? Fear, doubt, addiction, insecurity, financial struggles. Sometimes the answer is not to try harder, it is to trust deeper. To walk in obedience, even when it is hard. To keep showing up, day after day, even when nothing seems to be changing. To believe that when you do your part, God will do what only He can do. The walls of Jericho did not fall because of strength. They fell because of faith. And those same walls, they still fall today. Because the God of Jericho is still God.